11 knockouts, 13 fights. The man has spent less time in a professional boxing ring than it takes to watch a film. On the 28th of March in Manchester, Jermaine Franklin turns up with one job: to still be standing when the final bell rings. And if he can do that, this whole narrative around Moses Itauma gets a lot more complicated. Welcome to the final bell. Let's get into it. Itauma headlines the Magnificent Seven at the Co-op Live Arena, live on DAZN worldwide. 12 rounds, heavyweight, WBA International and WBO Intercontinental titles on the line. Originally scheduled for January, a training camp injury pushed it to March, which gave both camps extra time to prepare. Make of that what you will. Frank Warren has Itauma lined up for a world title shot later this year. The WBA and WBO already rank him number one. But Warren is too experienced a promoter to rush his fighter into a world title fight without knowing he can handle adversity first. Franklin is the stress test, a man specifically chosen because he does not go away easily. Moses Itauma is 21, southpaw, trained by Ben Davison, and the way he wins fights is genuinely unusual for a heavyweight. He is not a brawler. He is a combination puncher, 3, 4, 5-shot sequences thrown with cruiserweight speed, from angles that don't announce themselves until the damage is already done. The southpaw left hand is the finishing weapon, but it works because it arrives at the end of something, not on its own. His ring IQ is what really sets him apart at his age. He is patient. He funnels opponents with his footwork, quietly cutting off the ring while they think they're moving freely. And the moment they reach for him first, they've handed him exactly what he's been setting up. That's why fights don't last long. It's not brute force, it's engineering. The one thing his record cannot tell us is how he reacts when the plan is delayed. There have been moments against limited opponents where frustration has crept in. Franklin is a different proposition entirely, and Saturday is the first time Itauma will have to demonstrate he has gears beyond first. Jermaine Franklin is 32, from Saginaw, Michigan, and his record of 24-2 reads better than most people give it credit for. Both losses came on points, in the UK, against Anthony Joshua and Dillian Whyte. He went the full 12 with Joshua at the 0-2. He lost to Whyte on a majority decision. 2 of 3 judges had it close. That is not a man who is here to make up the numbers. What he brings to this specific fight is a very particular kind of problem. He is going to shell up, tie up, break rhythm, force ugly exchanges, and drag this into attritional territory that Itauma has simply never visited. He has 149 professional rounds in his legs. He knows how to survive a storm and how to make a young fighter work for every single second. Whether his offense can trouble Itauma is another question entirely. It probably cannot, but that is not his game plan. 3 things that decide this fight. First, ring cutting. The moment Itauma starts chasing rather than hurting, he is playing into Franklin's hands. If he uses his footwork, the same footwork that makes him so dangerous offensively, to corner Franklin and work him on the ropes, the combinations do the rest. If he bulls forward and Franklin keeps the fight in the middle of the ring, this goes to the cards. Second, the body. Franklin's shell is built to protect his head. It is not built for sustained body work mixed into the same combination. If Itauma goes downstairs early and often, the guard gradually rises to compensate, and that is when the left hand upstairs lands clean. Third, who controls the pace in rounds 5 through 8? This is the territory neither man has been in before together, and it is where the fight genuinely gets decided. Either Itauma's engine and output overwhelm a tired Franklin, or Franklin's noose and durability make Itauma second-guess himself. One of those 2 things happens. There is no in-between. My call. Franklin is tough enough and smart enough to make the early rounds scrappy, but the fundamental problem he cannot solve is this: Itauma does not need to respect his power. A fighter who knows he cannot be hurt takes risks, applies pressure, and pours on volume that a defensive, limited offense operator simply has no answer to. The bodywork builds, the shell cracks in the middle rounds, and the referee steps in. Itauma by TKO, round 4.